What's up everybody? Welcome back to the Triad Scooters YouTube channel. My name is Billy Watts. Today we're going through another Triad custom builds. This particular one is going to be the Psychic Voodoo Black. Alright, so today we are going to be using the Triad Psychic deck. We've got the Oath components, SES forks, we've got the Triad T-Riot bars, we've got the Oath component Bermuda 120mm wheels, Oath Cage V2 clamp, 2-in-1 fender and brake system, mini gridlock system, and the 165mm Oath Bermuda grips. Now first off, we're going to grab the bottom end of a deck, which is going to be the Psychic Voodoo deck. We got a full length, hand-drawn graphic. Colors are going to match in perfectly with every other component on this scooter. Now it's going to be 4.7 inches wide, which is 120mm, by 20.5 inches long, which is 520mm. Angled back end on this as well. Perfect for your tail whips, perfect for your buttercups, all sort of park orientated tricks. We got a full sheet of grip tape that's going to come on it as well. Now this is some of the most high quality grip tape you can get on the market, so you're going to have a lot of grip when riding this scooter. We got a CNC'd and extruded bridge that has been improved and tested by all of our team riders. Let me grab this stand, chuck in this bad boy. All right, so first of all, we're going to need a brake. And of course, we are using our V2 2-in-1 fender off system. So now I'll quickly show all of you how this brake and fender system works. So you got a little 6mm Allen key at the bottom here, and there it goes. Comes apart in two pieces. So you're gonna have a fender and you're gonna have your brake portion. Really depends on what you wanna ride. If you wanna ride the fender, just slot it on in, ready to go. But if you wanna ride the brake, just leave it as it is. Now just remember, all of these parts have been hand-picked and chosen specifically for this complete to make sure it is well balanced, lightweight for you, and you won't have to worry about putting any of these parts on the scooter. It's going to already come assembled in the box. I'm just doing it for the purpose of the video. Now before I put in the final bolt for the brake, you will notice 110mm mark and 120mm mark. So this is our 2-position brake hole. So it depends on what particular size wheels you are running to which position you want your brake in. So for this complete, we have 120mm wheels. So we're going to make sure we have it on the 120mm notch right here. There we go. Just like this. And we'll chuck it back in here. Now next step of the back end is going to be your spacers, axles, and back wheels. So first of all, we're going to grab our mini gridlock precision axle system. So what this means is we have actually created a little device for the back end that eliminates the use of spacers. Let me get a nice little shot, just like that. There we go. So you got your spacer on the inside here, you got your slot where it goes straight into the deck nice and flush, and you will notice that it is actually triple anodized in a titanium blue and purple colorway, which is going to match the graphic, the wheels, everything else on this scooter. So nice little touch there. Now we're going to do the first one. Boom, just like that. And I'm going to grab the set of wheels. We have chosen to go with a pair of 120mm Oath Bermuda wheels. So you'll notice the color of these wheels will match the gridlock system, the deck graphics, the grip, everything else, which is a triple anodized color. Every single time that we make this wheel or this color, it is going to come out different to the one before. So your scooter is going to be truly unique, which is a really cool little feature. So we're going to slide the wheel straight in the back end here. We're going to put this other gridlock straight in just like that. We're going to grab the axle and we're going to slide it straight through. Boom, line it up. There you go, nice and easy. Grab the other bolt, straight in this side, and we'll tighten it up. Nice and simple. So I remember with my dad, we used to have to sit there for 15-20 minutes messing around with these spacers, making sure they're in line, holding it in with an Allen key, and it was always a hassle. So we've made it really simple for everyone. All right, so that's the back end of the scooter complete. We're gonna flip it on around and get onto the front end. Now for the purpose of this video, we did leave the headset in there once we took the scooter out of the box. We've just taken everything else off. So we're gonna put the forks straight back in. Now the forks we are going to use are a pair of Oath Components Shadow HIC/SES fork in the triple anodized color, which will match everything else. So just like the wheels, this will come out different every single time in terms of color, which is really cool. So another thing I want to mention about these forks is they are compatible with wheels up to 28mm core. So for this custom build, we're using wheels that are a 24mm core, but if you choose to ride the wider wheels, all you have to do is get yourself some spacers, chuck it on in, and they'll work fine. Take the shim off, All right, so we're gonna slide the forks straight on up. We're gonna put the crown race straight over the top, just like that. And then we're gonna slide the headset cap straight over the top, shim over the top of that, compression bolt right on top. What? Let's get it in there, look, just like that. So the reason we are running a HIC/SCS fork on this complete is because we are using a pair of oversized bars. Here we go, make sure it's nice and tight. And now we'll move on to the front wheel. Let me flip this upside down, show you all how easy it is for this front wheel to go in. Cool. Now we have it flipped upside down. We're gonna put the axle straight on in. We're gonna put the first spacer in. The wheel's gonna drop straight in just like that. The axle's gonna go through, and then we're gonna slot the second spacer and just drop it in just like that. Don't have to line it up, it just sits there nice and flush for you. Boom. And then we'll tighten it on up. Nice and simple, just like the back end. We're gonna flip it on over and we're gonna run through the top portion of this scooter. Now to complement this 20.5 by 4.7 long deck and 120mm wheels, we have gone with a pair of Triad Chromo oversized bars. Now these bars are oversized, they're made out of steel, so you might be thinking that they're gonna be heavy, and they're certainly not. So these bars actually weigh under 1 kilogram. Now the way we're able to do this is by using a technique called butting. And what that is essentially is, we've made sure that they're nice and thick right up here, where you're gonna need that strength for the bending and whatnot. And then they're nice and thick right along here. And these parts in here have been thinned out slightly. So you're gonna have a 25.4mm thickness here, you're gonna have a 22.2mm thickness here, and vice versa. Now these bars actually come 22 inches wide, which is 560mm, by 25 inches high, which is 635mm. Now before we put these bars on, we're gonna have to chuck the grips on. So I'll go ahead and grab the grips. Just like the wheels, just like the fork, and just like the clamp, we have tied in the colorway on this scooter. So we have a pair of the blue/purple marble Oath Bermuda 165mm grips. Now we've actually designed this grip to have deep grooves, which is gonna create less sweaty hands, longer lasting feel, and super comfort. All right, so first one, grab my hairspray, give it a little boom, just like that. I'm gonna grab the bars, and look at that. Slides on nice and easy. Second one now. Slide it on. Now you are gonna have a gloss finish on this bar, which matches up really nicely. Always remember, you have to run a set of bar ends. You don't want these bars to go straight into your stomach or to your leg or anything like that. It can cause some serious damage. So bar ends straight in. Here we go, come on, straight in. All right, so now we have the top part of the bar complete. We're gonna have to grab our clamp. So the clamp that we're using is the Oath Cage V2 2-bolt clamp. Bit of CNC detailing throughout the back here. You've even got the little Cage V2 down here with a HIC 34.9mm. We're using 6mm bolts on this, and no shim required as we're running oversized bars. So we're gonna slot this straight on. Now we have a clamp on the bars. We're gonna go ahead and chuck the bars over the forks, just like this. There we go. And we're gonna use the Triad alignment system to make sure all this is lined up. Super simple. Fork lined up to the deck lined up to the clamp lined up to the bars, and we're set. So one thing to mention when tightening a clamp is you always tighten the top bolt a little bit, bottom bolt a little bit, top bolt again, and vice versa. Just putting even pressure on the bars as you're tightening it. And we are ready to go. So now we have finished putting together the Psychic Voodoo Black. I'm gonna run over a few little details that I may have missed. Now the main question that pretty much everyone is gonna have when it comes to a scooter is, how much does it weigh? Now this sucker is gonna come in at 3.6 kilos, which is 7.9 pounds. So not only is it lightweight, but also gonna be very robust for all of you. The reason we've used 120mm wheels on this complete is you're gonna have that little bit more clearance room off the ground, sharper turning circle. We've gone with a pair of bars that are roughly 1.5 inches taller than my signature complete. So this scooter is gonna be for the slightly taller park orientated rider. 20.5 inch long deck with that little bit more foot space for the guys with slightly bigger feet. And the use of 7 series aluminium on here is going to make sure that it is super strong, dent resistant, it's going to hold up to all the beatings. And the chromoly steel bars are going to ensure that when learning tricks and sometimes bailing, your scooter goes flying, lands on the bars. So they're going to be a little bit stronger for everyone out there that is putting their scooter through some punishment. Alright, so that's pretty much going to wrap up the video for today. We appreciate everyone tuning in to this custom builds. As mentioned previously, this scooter is available straight out of a box. All you have to do, put the handlebars straight on. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, find your way back for more scooter builds, for more games of Scoot, all the good stuff you can think of. That's going to be it for today. Thanks for tuning in.